Okay, so let's go into this.
this.
So this guy is talking about how Bible verses are hate speech
Oh my
and
God.
that you can't talk about them. Okay. Ready?
Yep. Let's play this.
Yeah.
I'm already going to enjoy this one.
Liberal minister Marc Miller suggests prosecuting people for preaching Bible verses he finds hateful.
Just use the chair's prerogative for 2 seconds to ask a follow-up question to Mr. Ross. As despicable and as unlawful, I believe the statements made by Mr. Shakawi were and would be if they were stated again. We don't know why the prosecution chose not to continue with the charges. And perhaps it is to Mr. Fortin's point. I just want to dig in a bit about the concept of good faith, Mr. Ross. In Leviticus, Deuteronomy, Romans, there's other passages, there is clear hatred towards, for example, homosexuals. I don't understand how the concept of good faith could be invoked if someone were literally invoking a passage from, in this case, the Bible, but there are other religious texts that say the same thing.
Like the Quran.
And somehow consider that this is good faith. I mean, clearly there are situations in these texts where these statements are hateful. They should not be used to invoke or be a defense, and there should perhaps be discretion for prosecutors to press charges. I just want to understand what your notion of good faith is in this context, where there are clearly passages in religious texts that are clearly hateful.
Wow.
So,
what about religious freedom? What happened to that? How many Christians do you see going to pride parades and calling out these people in hateful ways? Never see that.
So you can preach the Bible, just not certain parts of the Bible, because it's considered hate speech or hateful.
Yep.
What was his name?
Marc Miller.
Yeah, you sound like a dickhead.
Yeah, he's a bit of a dickhead.
Marc Miller.
But yet at the same time, this government right here. So look at this. At the same time, Canada's Supreme Court strikes down mandatory minimums for child pornography possession. In a 5-4 ruling on October 31st, 2025, Canada's Supreme Court declared 1-year mandatory prison sentences for possessing or accessing said topic unconstitutional under the Charter's prohibition on cruel and unusual punishment, stemming from Quebec cases involving large collections of explicit material depicting young children. The majority opinion, led by Chief Justice Richard Wagner, stressed the need for judicial discretion in less severe cases. But you can't read Bible verses.
So this is
you can have whatever you want, no problem.
There used to be a 1-year minimum sentence if you got caught with child
stuff
content.
Yeah.
And now they're taking that away.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know what the minimum's going to be now?
No minimum. It's unconstitutional.
Oh my God.
But yet hate speech is okay.
These judges, look at the robe he's wearing. You look like a fucking idiot.
Probably because he's involved. He probably has content of his own. Look at him. He looks like that kind of guy.
If you get caught with child content like that, you should be executed.
Yeah.
1-year minimum sentence, that's already a joke. But now they're taking that away?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
This is just a clown show.
You can't read the Bible in public, or you can't, preach the word of God, but you can watch child content and then not have to go to jail for it. What is happening? What is going on?
I know. This is just completely inverse reality. It's a theater. We just have to sit back and watch because you can't say or do anything.
This is an episode of the Twilight Zone.
It is a Twilight Zone.
We're taking land away from owners, giving it back to indigenous people. Yeah. You're not allowed to read the Bible or preach it because it could be considered hateful. We're also going to let people who distribute and watch child content to not be charged for it anymore.
Yep.
What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, it's crazy.